Hello, welcome back to Every Problem. This is Stewart Calculus 8th edition, section 1.1, problem number 52. For this problem, we're asked to find the expression for the function of the given curve. And, well, this looks like more of a line really than a curve, but it says the line segment joining the points -5, 10, and 7, -10. Well, similar to last problem, to 51, we're going to use two different forms. For this problem, we're going to use point-slope form and slope-intercept form. So I'll write those right now at the top, just so we can see what they look like. We'll start with point-slope form first. And that's going to look like y2 minus y1 equals m times x2 minus x1, where m is our slope, and then y2 and y1, x2 and x1, those are our respective points, at least the y and x values to those points. So that's point-slope form. For slope-intercept form, that's going to look like our standard y equals mx plus b. Again, where m is the slope and b is our y-intercept. The y-intercept meaning when x is equal to 0, then that's what our y value will be equal to. Okay, so we are given 2 points and no slope, which means that we're probably best off using point-slope form in order to find the slope first, and then we can sort of rearrange that equation into slope-intercept form and get our final function. So let's get started. We have the points -5, 10, and 7, -10. So we've got those written down. Now we've got our y2, y1, x2, and x1. So let's go ahead and denote this x1 and x2 and y1 and y2. So here we go. We have, these are each to their respective variables, right? So y2, it's -10, minus y1, which is +10. That's equal to m times x2 is 7 minus x1, which is -5, so minus a -5. Okay, so -10 minus 10, that's -20, equals m times, well, 7 minus -5, right? That's plus +5. So that's going to be equal to 12. So we have -20 equals 12m. We'll go ahead and divide both sides by 12. And when we do that, we'll get m equals -20 over 12, which, if we simplify that a little bit, that could be -10 over 6, and that could be simplified even further. So -5/3 ends up being our slope. So m equals -5/3. Good, okay. So let's take this and we'll go back up. And now we want to try to achieve this y equals mx plus b format. So how we're going to do that is we're going to use point-slope form again, but only with one pair of points. Only one pair of coordinates, right, instead of two. So we'll use one coordinate, and then we'll use the slope, and we'll be able to rearrange that in order to get a y and an x in this slope-intercept form. So let's do that. Here we go. We have y2 minus y1 equals m times x2 minus x1. And let's see. Well, we'll have to use a negative number either way. So let's use this one over here. So -5, 10. So we have, I'll write it over here just so we can see it, -5, 10. So that gives us y minus 10 equals m, well, our slope was -5/3, so -5/3 times x minus a -5. Okay, well, minus a -5, that ends up just being a +5, so I'm going to change that right now. And let's continue on. So we have y minus 10 equals -5/3 x plus a -25/3. As you see, we have to be really careful with our signs here because we just had x minus a -5 and then multiply it by a -5/3. So it can really get crazy if we're not super careful with our signs. Okay, now let's go ahead and add 10 to both sides. That gives us y equals -5/3 x plus a -25/3 plus 10. Well, I want that 10 to be something that I could add. Hopefully we could add the 10 to -25/3 in a nice way. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply 10 by 3/3, and that's going to end up getting us 30/3. Great. So now we have y equals -5/3x plus, and let's see, we have a -25 plus a 30. That's going to give us just 5. So plus 5/3. Okay, a lot of 5/3 and everything here, but our final answer does look like it is y equals -5/3x plus 5/3. And in this case, it's the line segment, right? So that's going to be for x greater than or equal to -5, less than or equal to 7. And that is our answer to number 52. So I hope that helps, and good luck with everything else.